Hi fans of high quality entertainment. I have a question for you. If you like rock music, actually any kind of music, but I'm going to tell you my story, but first I'll ask you this question. Did your parents or do your parents appreciate or not mind the music that you listen to? Or do you have issues with your parents and they're negative about what you listen to? I would have to say that growing up, both of my parents, even though they didn't really like rock music, they never put it down. They never put me down for listening to what I liked to listen to. And the only thing is my mom would, once in a while say, turn that down, because it's playing it too loud. But there's always respect there for whatever I listen to. Although, when I first mentioned the band Grand Funk Railroad, she was a little concerned. She thought I had said something different than funk. And today is January 27th, and it would have been my mom's birthday. I believe she was born in 1927. However old she'd be now. And I don't really have that many pictures of my mom. I've talked about my dad. There's a couple of videos on this channel of my dad because there's lots of pictures of him, but not as many of my mom, so I'll show some here while I'm rambling on. But both of my parents were awesome. My mom was a real sweetheart. She passed away when I was 18 years old. I believe she was 54 years old in 1977. But one of my first memories is seeing the Beatles on the Ed Sullivan Show on TV. And of course, my parents were there, although I don't remember it. But I would have remembered if, my mom or dad were saying negative things. So I'm sure they didn't. And I asked my sister about it, and she doesn't remember. She was just saying that they thought the Beatles were okay. It was, nothing bad with their long hair, which is about my length. And I was such a music nut that my dad used to get records from Columbia House, if you remember that, vinyl records. And so he'd buy country records, so I got to like some of the country albums he would buy, like Johnny Cash, Roger Miller, Hank Williams, Tex Ritter. And one day my dad heard the Beatles, Ringo singing, Act Naturally, and he said to me, that's a Buck Owens song, which I think I might have known at the time, but maybe not. And it was like my dad's talking about the Beatles. It was like he actually liked the song. It's like, yeah. And years later, sometime in the 70s, Roxy Music, and if you don't know who Roxy Music is, they were, I guess, similar to Sparks, and more popular than Sparks. And here's a picture of them. And they were on TV performing whatever song it was they were performing. I never really got into them. And I remember my dad, the only time I heard him say anything negative about rock music, he said, they all sound like they're playing different songs. And so I said to him something like, so you don't think they have any talent? Just asking him. And he said, I never said that. He was just saying that it sounds like they're all talented musicians, but they're all playing different songs. And I think my mom kind of, when the Beatles' All You Need Is Love came out, was played on the radio a lot, I remember her saying something like, you need more than love, you need money, and whatever else. And I guess that is true, except for some cats. They don't need money. They just need love, cat food, and cat litter. But, you know, my mom would talk to me once in a blue moon about the Beatles and say, you must know everything there is to know about the Beatles, which wasn't true at all. But I think she, you know, she never put me down for liking the Beatles or rock music. And except for joking with other people about, you know, Nickelback or whatever, I don't care whatever music you listen to, good for you. I hope, you know, enjoy music. That's what music's for, to enjoy. There's all kinds of music, some I don't like, but if you like it, good for you. Enjoy it. So that's it. I just want to know out there. I also wanted to say, even friends. For instance, I have a friend now, he's still a friend, but back in the 70s and 80s, he used to tease me all the time about Sparks because he hated Sparks. Well, in the 70s especially, he was a big Paul McCartney fan. So he was always putting them down. And then one of their albums, Introducing Sparks, came out in 1977, and it was more of a regular pop album. And he ended up buying it. So, yeah. So that's it. I'd love, do your friends support whatever bands you listen to, even if they don't, or do they put you down, or do your parents put you down, or did your parents put you down? That's it. I'm interested in reading all the comments below. I read each and every comment. Please thumbs up the video, and goodbye.